The truth hurts more than your excuses, but it's the only thing that will set you free. You want to hide, you want to stay in that comfort zone, that place where you've convinced yourself you're safe, but safe isn't freedom. Safe is a prison. Safe is the lie you've been telling yourself for too long. It's the thing you hide behind when you're afraid to face the truth. You've built a life on excuses, on fear, on pretending that what you have is enough, but deep down you know it's not. You feel it, don't you? The weight of wasted time, the things you could have done, the person you could have been. It's all there. You can't escape it, not anymore. You know the truth. You've always known. It's been staring you in the face, waiting for you to stop running. You've ignored it, pushed it down, buried it in distractions, but it's still there, always there, and it's getting louder. It's not the truth that hurts, it's the lie you've been living. You thought you could escape it, thought you could stay comfortable, avoid facing the fact that you've been wasting your potential, but the truth doesn't fade. It doesn't disappear. It keeps rising, waiting for you to acknowledge it, waiting for you to stop pretending. This is where it all changes. This is the moment when you can no longer hide. You can't stay stuck. You can't keep making excuses, because here's the truth. Inaction is the real pain, the regret, the shame, the knowing you could have done more, could have been more. That's the real hurt. That's the thing that's eating at you from the inside. The truth hurts, yes, but it's the only way forward. You can't keep hiding behind the comfort of your excuses, not anymore. You've got a choice to make, and you've only got two options. Face the truth or keep living the lie. Are you going to fold or are you going to step up? The truth is uncomfortable. It's a sharp slap to the face. It cuts deep, but it's also the only thing that will set you free. You know that. Deep down, you know that staying blind will only keep you chained to the past, the lie that you're fine, the lie that it's okay to settle. But this is the moment you decide. This is where you break free. You can choose to stay in the darkness of your excuses, or you can choose to step into the light of truth. The truth will be hard, but it will make you real. The truth is where the power lies. This stops today. The excuses, the fear, the hesitation, it ends here. It ends now. The new voice, the one that's been whispering to you through the noise, is the one that will lead you forward. The old voice screams to quit, but the new one whispers, keep going. You've been playing small for too long. You've been hiding behind comfort for too long. And now it's time to step up. Now it's time to see yourself for who you really are, not who you've been pretending to be. Do you want to keep lying to yourself? Do you want to stay stuck in the same cycle, pretending you're doing enough, pretending you're not capable of more? Or are you ready to step into the truth of who you really are? The truth of what you can really do. No more excuses. This is where you decide. The truth is here, staring you in the face. Will you embrace it, or will you continue to run? You're not a failure. You're just someone who's been avoiding the truth. And that's what makes this so painful. But here's the thing. The truth doesn't punish you. It frees you. It frees you from the lies. It frees you from the regret. It frees you from the person you've been pretending to be. And that's what you need. That freedom. That's what you're craving deep inside. It's why you feel stuck. It's why you feel like you're wasting your time. Because you are. Face it. You've been running from your potential, running from the truth, but the only way out is through. The only way forward is to embrace the truth and face it head on. No more waiting. No more delaying. The time is now. You can't keep running from what you've known all along. This stops today. Your truth is harder than any lie you've been living, and the only thing that will make you stronger is facing it. This is your chance. This is your opportunity to break free. This is your moment. You can choose to stay in the lie, or you can choose to stand in the truth. The truth is hard, but it's the only way out. Now, what are you going to do with it? Your truth is harder than any lie you've been living. You know it. I know it. The question is, what will you do next? Because the truth doesn't wait. It's here. It's staring you in the face. And now you have to decide. This is the moment where you confront your excuses. This is where you stop hiding behind the lies. Are you going to fold or finish? Every inch of you that wants to quit is screaming louder than you've ever heard before. Every part of you that wants to stay stuck, to stay comfortable, to stay in your old ways is clawing at your mind. You hear it, don't you? It's too hard. You're not strong enough. This isn't for you. But here's the truth. You can't let that old version of you win anymore. You can't keep listening to that voice that tells you to stop, that tells you to turn back, to keep doing what's easy, what's safe. Because here's the thing, that voice isn't you. That voice is fear. And it's fighting for its life too. It doesn't want you to move forward. It doesn't want you to change, because change means it dies. But you're not going to let that happen. Not anymore. You're fighting for your life. This isn't about the world outside. It's about what's inside you. The battle for your future is happening right now, in your head, in your heart, in every decision you make today, and you can't afford to lose. This is who you are now, the one who fights when it's hard, the one who stands in the face of fear and refuses to back down. You've heard the excuses before, haven't you? You've heard them your whole life. It's too hard. It's too much. I can't do it. But you've heard the truth too. And that truth, you've got everything you need to win this fight. That voice, it's just a lie. The one inside you, the one trying to hold you back, the one telling you it's impossible. It's not stronger than you. So why are you still hesitating? Why are you still listening to the version of you that wants to quit? Because right now you're in the fight for your future. No more excuses. No more pretending it's not happening. You can feel it. The tension, the pull of old habits, the gravitational force trying to pull you back into what's comfortable. But you're not going back. You're not most people. Most people fold when it gets hard. They run from the pain. They go back to what's easy. But that's not you. You're here to break free. No more telling yourself you're not ready. No more letting doubt take over. The only way through is through. Every decision you make is a battle. Every step forward is a strike against the old version of you. You fight for your future, and every single time you push forward, no matter how much it hurts, you win. This is who you are now. The one who rises, even when it feels impossible. The one who doesn't fold, doesn't stop. So what's it gonna be? Are you gonna fold or finish? This is the real fight. It's not against anyone else. It's against the version of you that doesn't believe in yourself. It's against the self-doubt that's been whispering for far too long. The question isn't, what if I fail? The question is, what if I don't try? This is where you show up. This is where you prove to yourself who you really are. The fear doesn't go away. It doesn't disappear. But it becomes irrelevant when you step into your power. Fear is a signal that you're doing the right thing. It's a reminder that you're on the edge of growth, on the edge of breaking through. The truth is, you've been waiting for the perfect moment. You've been waiting for everything to line up, for the stars to align, for the fear to disappear. But it never will. That's not how this works. You move even when you're scared. You act even when you don't feel ready. You step into the unknown, because that's where your power is. Your old self will fight you every step of the way. It will throw doubt in your face. It will tell you that you're not ready, that you're not good enough. But you've heard that voice before. You know it. You've listened to it for far too long. And now, you walk right past it. You're not weak. You're just scared of your own power. But you're not running anymore. You're standing tall in the face of your fear. You're not avoiding the discomfort. You're embracing it, because discomfort is growth. Discomfort means you're moving, and moving is the only thing that matters now. You're not the person you were yesterday. You're not the person who hesitates. You're not the person who looks for excuses. You're the person who steps into their greatness, no matter how uncomfortable it feels. You're the one who pushes through when the fear gets loud. The battle inside of you is fierce. The old self is still there, trying to pull you back. But you know the truth. That version of you is weak. That version of you is afraid. And the only way forward is to crush that voice underfoot. To make the decision every day, to be the person you were meant to be. This isn't about waiting for the fear to disappear. It's about acting in spite of it. It's about deciding who you will be when everything inside of you tells you to stop. No more hesitation. No more excuses. No more later. Now is the time. You've been waiting for a sign. Well, here it is. The sign is the fear. The sign is the doubt. It's all just noise. Keep moving. Keep pushing. Keep evolving. The war inside of you is not a war you lose. It's a war you win every single time you choose to act. Every time you move in the face of fear. Every time you take one more step toward who you really are. This is your moment. The fight is real. But you're ready. You're not going to fold. Not this time. Not ever again. Are you going to let fear win? Or are you going to rise up and claim your power? You know the answer. But the real question is, will you act on it? You've waited long enough. But time doesn't wait for you. This is it. The moment that separates the ones who choose to live from the ones who just exist. The choice you've been avoiding is right here, staring you in the face. No more later. No more next time. This is the tipping point. The decision you make right now will define who you are, who you become. You've told yourself time and time again that you'll start tomorrow, that you'll wait until things align perfectly. But here's the truth. There is no perfect moment. It's just a lie you've been telling yourself to stay comfortable. The truth is, this is the moment, right now. You're at a crossroads, and you can't stay stuck in the middle. The longer you hesitate, the more you delay the life you were meant to live. You've been waiting for circumstances to change, waiting for the world to give you a sign. But the sign is here. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is your decision to act. You've been avoiding it. You've been putting it off. Why? Because it's scary. Because it's hard. Because it's uncertain. Yeah, it's all of that. But it's also the only way to become who you were meant to be. The path forward is not easy. It never was. But the moment you step into it, you break free from everything that's been holding you back. This isn't just about waiting for things to fall into place. It's about deciding that now is the time. You've spent enough time standing at the edge, looking down, thinking about jumping. But the only way to jump is to take that first step. That's where your life changes. That's where you become someone different. So are you going to keep waiting? Are you going to keep hiding behind fear and uncertainty? Or are you going to step forward and claim your power? You know the answer. But are you going to act on it? Because this is where it all shifts. This is the moment that changes everything. Don't wait for the perfect time. The time is now. The longer you wait, the longer you stay stuck in the same place. The longer you live in the land of what ifs and could have beens. The longer you listen to that voice telling you that it's not the right time. It's always the right time to change. The only thing that's keeping you stuck is your fear of doing the work. Your fear of making the hard decisions. But let me be clear. You can't keep looking back. You can't keep thinking about the past. The past is gone. It's a shadow that only exists in your mind. The only thing that's real is the choice you make right now. And every time you look back, every time you hesitate, you're choosing to stay in the same place. You're choosing to stay small. This is where you burn the old version of you. This is where you let go of the past and step into the future. This is where you stop waiting for permission. You've already decided. And now it's time to act. It's time to take full ownership. It's time to stop being passive and start being active. You don't need a sign. The sign is in your hands. The decision is yours to make. And every second you wait is another second you waste. So stop asking for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. There is only this moment. And what you do with it will shape the rest of your life. You can't keep waiting for circumstances to align. The time won't come to you. You have to go to it. You have to step into the unknown, the uncomfortable and the uncertain, because that's where growth happens. That's where your potential lives. Every second you hesitate, you're losing time. Every moment you waste is a moment you'll never get back, and you'll look back one day, wishing you had acted sooner, wishing you had made the choice. But right now, you have the power to change everything. This is not about a perfect plan. This is about action. This is about deciding to stop being passive and start being the person who takes control, who doesn't wait for things to happen, who makes things happen. If you want something different, you have to do something different. This isn't just about thinking your way into change. This is about doing your way into it, about making the decision to take charge of your life. So what's it going to be? Are you going to keep waiting for the perfect time? Or are you going to make the time perfect by stepping into it? Because here's the truth. If you wait, you'll stay stuck forever, and you know it. This is your moment, the only one you get. The time is now. You've been waiting long enough. The choice you've been avoiding is right here, but once you make it, there's no going back. No more hesitation, no more excuses. You either step forward or you stay where you are. And if you stay, you know exactly what will happen. You'll stay stuck. No applause, just proof. So are you going to fold or are you going to finish? Because this moment, it's the one that defines you. And there's only one question left. What are you going to do with it? It's easier to quit than to fight, but you've got a battle to win. The moment you start stepping up, resistance shows up, and it's relentless. It doesn't care about your plans. It doesn't care about your motivation. All it knows is this: you've chosen to change, and it will do everything it can to drag you back into the comfort zone. You feel it, don't you? The old habits whispering, the excuses, the doubts, the tiredness. Every inch of your body wants to rest. Every part of your mind wants to turn back. It's like you're fighting a war with yourself, and every single step forward feels like pushing through cement. But here's the truth. This resistance is not a sign to stop. It's a sign you're on the right path. The harder it gets, the closer you are to what you want. The resistance doesn't show up because you're weak. It shows up because you're finally strong enough to break through. Every battle, every moment of discomfort, it's your body and mind transforming. This is not about motivation. It's about discipline. It's about doing the work when you don't feel like it. It's about pushing forward when you're tired, when the excuses start to pile up, when everything inside of you screams to quit, but you don't. You keep going. You've been telling yourself that you'll push through when it's easier, that you'll take action when you're inspired. But inspiration is fleeting. Motivation is a spark, not a flame. Discipline is what keeps you going when everything inside of you says to stop. And you need discipline now more than ever. You need to dig deep and remember who you are. Resistance only grows when you hesitate. Every second you wait, it becomes harder to break through. Every time you let doubt creep in, it digs its claws in deeper. You delay, and it wins. You hesitate, and it gets stronger. You want to quit? Fine. But know this, the longer you let resistance control you, the more power it has. And soon, quitting becomes easier than ever. But you're not here to quit. You're here to fight. You're here to finish what you started. You're not afraid of resistance. You welcome it, because it's proof that you're on the edge of something big. The hardest part of the battle is always right before the breakthrough, and right now you're in the thick of it. That pain, that exhaustion, that voice telling you to stop, that's the proof you're changing. That's the signal that you're about to become who you've always meant to be. So you keep going. One step at a time, one decision at a time. You don't wait for motivation to strike. You don't wait for the stars to align. You act, you fight, you push forward. Every time you feel the resistance tugging you back, that's your cue to push harder. That's your cue to prove it to yourself and the world that you're not a quitter. You're not the person who folds. You said you wanted more. Well, this is what more feels like. This is the test, the discomfort, the pushback, the resistance. That's the price of transformation. If it was easy, everyone would do it. But the hard road, that's the one where only the strong survive. You're still here. You've made it this far, and the only way to keep going is to fight through the resistance. You're not weak. You're just scared of your own power. And that fear, it's normal. But fear doesn't get to control you. It doesn't get to decide your path. You do. Every time you feel that tug to quit, remind yourself, this is who I am now. You're not the person who gives up. You're not the person who waits for motivation to show up. You're the person who does the work, no matter how hard it gets. You are the one who faces resistance head on and rises above it. So when that resistance hits, don't back down. Lean in, push harder, take the next step. And when you're feeling the most tired, the most discouraged, when you think you can't go any further, that's when you're the closest to your breakthrough. Keep going. The resistance? It's not a sign to quit. It's a sign to push harder. Every time you face it and refuse to back down, you become stronger. You become the person you've been waiting for. No applause, just proof. Now ask yourself, are you going to let the resistance break you, or are you going to use it to become unbreakable? Because this battle, It's not just a fight against discomfort, it's a fight for your future. And the only question left is, are you going to finish or are you going to fold? The answer, that's coming soon. But it's up to you. If you're waiting for a miracle, you're already behind. You thought it would be a big breakthrough, didn't you? That there'd be one moment, one decision, one stroke of lightning that would change everything. But here's the hard truth. It doesn't work that way. Transformation doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen with one huge leap. No, it happens with one small step after another. It happens with the consistency you show every single day. It's the grind. It's the system you build. The miracle you've been waiting for is nothing more than the result of your daily effort, and it starts now. The hardest part, believing that these small actions, these tiny, seemingly insignificant moves, matter. You want to see results now. You want to feel the change now. But it's not about instant gratification. It's about laying the foundation for your future, step by step, day by day. You can't keep waiting for motivation to hit. You can't keep waiting for the perfect time. There is no perfect time. The only time that matters is right now. The only thing that's real is the work you do today. It's the consistency that builds momentum. It's the small actions that compound into something much bigger than you can see right now. You are what you do, not what you dream. The dream is important, sure, but it's not enough. Dreams are just wishes until you put in the work. The actions you take today are what define you tomorrow. The habits you build now will shape the person you become. This is the moment. You shift from being someone who hopes to someone who does. You've been fighting resistance. You've been pushing past excuses. Now it's time to build something solid, something real. No more wondering when things will change. No more waiting for that burst of inspiration to push you forward. It's time to put the system in place. It's time to create your own blueprint for success. You're building your future, piece by piece. The systems you put in place today, the habits, the discipline, the routines, they're the foundation for what you'll become. This isn't about one big moment. It's about the thousands of small decisions you make that lead to the big change. You can't let the doubts creep in. You can't let your mind trick you into thinking it won't make a difference. You want to know the truth. The compound effect is real. Every small action adds up. Every day you show up, even when you don't feel like it. That's progress. That's momentum. And that's how you create the future you're dreaming of. So stop waiting for a miracle. You are the miracle. The power you need to change your life is already inside you. It's in the consistency you bring every single day. The small steps, the small wins. They're building something unstoppable. The discipline you show today, it's your blueprint for tomorrow. The road ahead won't be easy, but it doesn't have to be intense. It doesn't have to be dramatic. It just has to be consistent. The power of discipline is in its ability to endure. It's in its ability to keep going when things feel hard, when you can't see the progress. But trust me, it's there. Every day you show up, you are becoming the person you want to be. You're not waiting for a moment to change. You're building it right now. The actions you take, the systems you put in place, that's the difference. That's what separates the dreamers from the doers. And you're a doer. You're the one who makes it happen. No one owes you anything. The world doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care about your reasons. What it cares about is your action. What it cares about is your consistency. So show up, again and again. Keep putting in the work, even when it feels like it's not paying off. Because in time it will. You'll look back, and you'll see that every small step was worth it. You said you were ready to change. Well, here's the moment. Here's the blueprint. It's all in your hands. No one else can build your future for you. You have to do it. Every decision, every action, every habit you form, it's your foundation. And this is just the beginning. Now you have to ask yourself, are you going to build a future that's built on excuses, or are you going to build it on the work you do today? The choice is yours, and it's only getting harder to ignore. The old you is gone, and that's the hardest part to accept. You've been through hell to get here. The sweat, the pain, the self-doubt. It felt like a battle you might never win, didn't it? But now, standing on the other side, you've shed the skin of who you were. That person who hesitated, who held back, who let fear dictate the pace of their life, gone. Now you face the truth that the version of you who once doubted, that version, that's gone. The decisions, the failures, the weaknesses that defined you, gone. You are reborn, but it's not about the world seeing it yet. It's about you accepting it. You are no longer who you were yesterday. This is who you are now. Every ounce of effort, every ounce of struggle, it all led to this moment. You might feel discomfort as the old self lingers in your mind, a shadow trying to creep back into your actions. But that's just resistance. That's just the part of you that isn't ready to admit you've changed. But it's not going to win. Not today. Not ever again. Your past can't define who you are now. You've walked through fire. You've faced the demons of doubt, and you didn't fold. You didn't quit. You didn't let them control you. And now, you walk different. You talk different. You think different. Every action you take is in alignment with who you are becoming, not who you were. You've crossed over. You've redefined your identity. Let me be clear. The hardest part of this journey, it's not the work you did. It's not the resistance you faced. It's not even the pain you endured. The hardest part is accepting that you're no longer who you used to be. That version of you, gone. You can't go back. You won't go back. You said you'd make a change. Now you've become the change. But that doesn't mean it's easy. The temptation to return to old habits, old ways of thinking, it's still there. You'll face it every day. The people who once knew you as the person who hesitated, the person who was afraid to step up, they might not see this new you right away. They might try to pull you back, but you won't go. You can't. Not after all you fought for. No one gets to define you anymore. No one gets to tell you who you are. Not your past, not your failures, and certainly not the people who refuse to see you differently. This is your moment, your rebirth. The version of you who used to care about approval, gone. The version of you who used to hesitate, gone. This is your identity now. You are the person who does the work. You are the person who shows up every day. You are the person who takes control. Every decision you make now comes from a place of power. You don't question yourself anymore. You don't ask if you're worthy. You already know you are. You are the result of every decision, every sacrifice, every hour you put in when no one was watching. This is who I am now. The old version of you might try to creep in. It'll try to remind you of who you were. But the more you stand tall, the more you embody this new identity, the quieter that old version gets. And soon, it disappears altogether. Your past doesn't matter. Your mistakes don't define you. All that matters now is what you do with today. You're not here to repeat yesterday. You're here to show up day in and day out and keep building the future you deserve. So what's next? What's next is you continuing to walk in this new identity. The battles you fought to get here, they don't stop. The resistance doesn't stop. But here's what you've learned. The resistance doesn't control you anymore. You do. And you'll keep moving forward, no matter how hard it gets. You've faced the hardest part, accepting who you are now. You've accepted the responsibility of your new identity. You've stopped waiting for permission. You've stopped waiting for the perfect time. You've stopped waiting for things to align. You're aligned. That's all that matters. This is who I am now. You can't go back. You can't retreat into comfort. You're not the same person anymore. You've shed the old skin, and there's no room for it anymore. The old ways, they're done. They've been replaced by the new, the stronger, the more focused version of you. Are you going to look back? Are you going to fold now that the discomfort has shown up? Or are you going to keep moving forward, fully aligned with who you are now? The choice is yours, but don't forget, every time you hesitate, every time you question whether you can stay this new person, you delay the future you're meant to build. No applause, just proof. The world won't recognize your transformation immediately. They won't see the late nights, the quiet battles you fought inside your mind. They won't see the decisions you made when no one was watching. But that's fine. You don't need their recognition. You don't need their validation. The proof will come, not in words, but in actions, in the way you carry yourself, in the way you speak, in the way you show up. And that's what matters now. You have redefined who you are. You have taken control of your future, and now the world is going to see it. You're not waiting for permission anymore. You are the permission. The rebirth is complete. Now it's time to live it out. Keep walking, keep building, keep proving it to yourself, because the best is yet to come. Are you ready to keep going, or is this where you stop? The life you're building doesn't have room for fear, only power. You've crossed the line. You've moved past the point of no return, and yet doubt still tries to creep in. It whispers that you're not ready, that the old you might still be lurking beneath the surface, just waiting for the right moment to pull you back. But listen to me now. That voice is irrelevant. The life you're creating, the person you're becoming, doesn't have space for fear. It doesn't have room for hesitation. It only has room for one thing: your power. Look at the mirror. Look at the person staring back at you. Is that the same person who once feared failure, who shied away from opportunities because they didn't believe they were enough? No, that person is gone. You have forged a new identity from the fire of your struggles. You are no longer defined by your past. You are not your mistakes, your doubts, your failures. You are what you've built, what you've chosen to become every single day. Your legacy starts today, not tomorrow. The world can't wait for you to catch up. It can't wait for you to find yourself again. The truth is, you already have. You've already crossed the threshold into something unrecognizable to others, but most importantly to yourself. You've stepped into a new version of who you are, and nothing, absolutely nothing, is going to pull you back into the shadows of who you once were. That's the real work, becoming who you are meant to be, and then living that every single day. But there's something else, something that feels heavier than any weight you've carried before. That old self, that person you once were. You're still trying to let them go. The struggle is real. Every now and then they'll try to pull you back in. They'll try to tell you that you're not strong enough, that you're not capable of walking in this new power. But this is where you stand tall. You stand strong, because deep down you know they're just echoes. The past is over. You have arrived. This is who I am now. The fear that used to dictate your every move, gone. The hesitation that once stopped you from chasing your dreams, gone. The excuses that held you back, they've been wiped away. You now have a clarity in your mind that can't be shaken. You are unstoppable. You don't wait for permission. You don't hesitate. You don't second-guess your decisions. You move, every day, every action, every thought, aligned with who you are now. There's no going back. There's no waiting for tomorrow to get started. You're here, and you're doing it. Every moment is a step into your power. What are you waiting for? You've built this new identity. It's yours now. The world will see the change, and they'll see it because of what you do, not because of what you say. The legacy you're creating is not about the things you accomplish on paper. It's about who you become in the process. Every move you make, every decision you take will affirm the identity you've chosen. You will live it, breathe it. You will walk through life unrecognizable to those who knew the old version of you. But most importantly, you will be unrecognizable to yourself. You won't even recognize the doubt, the hesitation, the fear. They will be nothing but distant memories. Your past doesn't define you. Your future does. You've left the old self behind. The life you've been working for doesn't have room for that version of you anymore. You are carving out something new, something powerful. You're rewriting the rules, and you're doing it every day. The person who doubted, gone. The person who worried about what others thought, gone. You now move with purpose, with a clarity that only comes from having been through the fire. You didn't just survive it, you mastered it. So what will you do with this new power? What's next? Will you hesitate, waiting for the perfect moment, or will you step boldly into your future? The world doesn't wait for you. The opportunities won't knock forever. Your legacy is built on the actions you take now. In this moment, when everything feels uncertain, will you stand tall, or will you let the doubt creep back in? The choice is yours. But don't fool yourself. Every moment you waste is a moment you'll never get back. You said 90, not 9. Your commitment to this new identity is non-negotiable. There's no going halfway. No more playing small. No more letting fear dictate your next move. You've made the decision. You've crossed the threshold. You are who you are now. No one can take that from you. Not even you. The legacy you're building doesn't start tomorrow. It starts now. You've already made the shift. You've already stepped into your power. So why are you still hesitating? What are you waiting for? The time to live your new life is now. The time to own your new identity, to claim your power, is now. You are unstoppable now. You are no longer bound by the chains of fear and self-doubt. You are no longer waiting for someone to give you permission. You don't need it. This is who you are. This is who you've become. And now you're about to show the world just how unstoppable you really are. So what's next? This is the life I've built. This is who I am. You've gone from the person who doubted to the person who commands respect. You've gone from the person who waited for opportunities to the person who creates them. You are no longer a spectator in your own life. You are the creator, the architect, the unshakable force that now shapes everything around you. You've become the embodiment of your potential. And now, as you stand at the summit, you realize something: the work doesn't stop. It's only just begun. The life you've created isn't one of mediocrity. It's one of endless growth, of constantly evolving into the next level of greatness. You're no longer trying to prove anything to anyone. You've already proven it to yourself. You have become what you feared. You are now the unshakable. Now it's time to walk confidently into the future. You know who you are. You know what you've built, and you're not stopping. The old battles, the old struggles, they no longer have a hold on you. You're no longer fighting against resistance. You've become it. You've learned how to bend the world to your will. And as you continue to build, as you continue to walk in your unshakable power, the world will watch. They'll see the results. They'll see the legacy. And when they do, they'll realize something. You weren't waiting for them. You were always meant to create this. This is the life I've built. This is who I am. And the next chapter, it's waiting for you to claim it. And you will. The next step is even bigger. Are you ready for it? You are who you've always been meant to be. Now it's time to live it. The past is gone. The dreamer is dead. You are the proof. Every moment of hesitation, every time you told yourself it wasn't possible, every time you doubted what you were capable of, it's all behind you now. You've stepped forward. You've broken through. You've built a legacy, not in the future, not in some distant dream, but right here, right now. This is who you are now. There was a time when you questioned if this could ever be your reality, but that was the old you, the weak you, the one who didn't believe. And now, that version of you is nothing but a fading memory. The person you are today, unrecognizable. Every choice, every moment of discipline, every time you fought through the pain, it led you to this. You are the evidence of what's possible. The living proof that change isn't just a wish. It's a commitment. The life you want. It's already happening. No permission needed. You don't need anyone's approval anymore. You don't need someone to tell you that you can. You've already told yourself. You've already made the decision. This isn't just a dream anymore. It's your new reality. The only thing left to do, live it. I don't ask for permission. I make my legacy. The past doesn't control you. It whispers sometimes, doesn't it? The old voice, the one that tells you to stop, that you haven't come far enough, that you'll never be enough. It tries to remind you of where you started, but the truth is, it has no power anymore. You are who you decided to be, not who you were, not who they told you to be. And now, the old you is nothing but a shadow, a distant echo. I don't ask for permission. I make my legacy. You've earned this. No one can take this from you. No one can decide for you. They can try, but it doesn't matter. You've built this with your actions. You've fought through every obstacle. You've stared down every fear. And now, you're living the results. You don't need applause. You don't need praise. You don't need them to tell you that you've made it. Because you know, you feel it. The life you want, it's already happening. You are the living proof. Every step you've taken has been building to this moment. Every decision, every action, every moment of sacrifice. It wasn't for some far-off dream. It was for now. You didn't just change who you were. You rewrote your entire story. I don't ask for permission. I make my legacy. The world is watching, but you don't need them. You don't need their validation. You don't need their approval. They don't define you. They can't. You are the proof, and that's all that matters. Every time you move forward, you show the world what's possible, and every time they try to tear you down, you rise higher. The life you want, it's already happening. Walk with purpose. You've already built it. You're living it. There is no more waiting. There's no more hoping. You've stepped into your power. The future doesn't come. It is here, now. And the legacy you've built, it's not something you'll leave behind. It's something you're living right now. Every step you take, every decision you make, every breath you breathe, it's part of the legacy. It's part of your story. I don't ask for permission. I make my legacy. This is the shift. The person who once doubted is gone. The person who waited for approval is gone. The person who hesitated is gone. Now, you are who you were always meant to be. You don't need to prove it. You don't need to explain it. Your life speaks for itself. The life you want, it's already happening. This is your moment. What happens next?